We need to be able to have conversations without feeling like we're going to say something that gets us thrown in jail because people happen to be offended.
Skepticism, skepticism. Do you know what you believe? What you believe? What you believe? What you believe?
Hey, you got Travis on Test Your Skepticism. Who do we got here? I can't hear you.
Hey, sir. This is MrBatman. How are you?
Oh, hey, how's it going, Mr. Batman? I'm doing good.
Better than I deserve.
Better than you deserve.
Because I know what I deserve and I ain't getting it.
Nice. So, what do you got for me today? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, yes, sir. You said you were an atheist. Is this correct?
I am, yes. Do you want me to just quickly say what I mean by that?
Certainly.
Okay. Atheism is the rejection of positive God claims, and the best way I can describe it is if someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, this God exists," and I say, "Cool, how do you know?" And then they show me whatever they think is a good demonstration of this, and so far, nothing has demonstrated that gods actually exist. Any of the gods that have been proposed so far. So yeah, I think the most reasonable position when it comes to God, to Santa Claus, to all of these claims that people might make about mythical creatures or fairies flying around your head, anything like that. I don't think it's wise to adopt those as true claims.
Well, I agree with you there, sir. Mythical creatures and fairies and Santa Claus. I bet that you agree with me on those particular positions. But I'm not talking about that, sir. And I'm glad you asked, how would you know? Because I'm actually doing a video on that very question. How do you know? How do you know what truth is, sir, or knowledge? What is truth or knowledge?
Knowledge would be probably true justified belief would be a good starting. I guess
true belief. I would agree with that.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Sir.
And then what was the second part of that question?
Truth. What is truth, and how do you know it?
Oh, right. Yeah. So truth. So basically, if someone makes a claim and we need to verify whether it's true, we use the scientific method for that, and sometimes a combination of the principles of logic.
Okay. So and I used what's called correspondence theory of reality. Knowledge is justified true belief, and truth is a necessary component of knowledge. Truth itself would be that which comports reality, that which is real in the real world in real time, observably and testably so. That's the sense that you were talking about. Would you agree with that?
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. I don't know if we can improve your signal at all. I am gonna close this one stream, but I'm gonna close the Facebook stream. Maybe try hit me with that again, Batman.
Yes, sir. Knowledge is a justified true belief. And since truth is a necessary component of knowledge, then truth would be that which comports with reality. Truth is that which is real in the real world in real time,
yes.
Observably and testably so. This would be the science part of the equation that you were mentioning. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Excellent. So, in order to know anything to be true, then you have to have reality, which consists of time, space, matter, laws of logic, and laws of nature. Where do any of those things come from so you can know something to be true?
Well, we don't have to know where things come from in order to make a scientific truth claim, or at least have something reach the level of scientific theory. Like, we don't need to know where gravity comes from, for instance, to put together the theory of gravity. We just
didn't ask you that,
observe it.
sir.
Okay, can you re-ask?
Yes, sir. I'm asking you, in order to substantiate or justify your position, you said that truth is that which comports with reality. Would you agree that time, space, and matter itself had a beginning?
No, no, not necessarily.
Are you familiar with the second law of thermodynamics?
Yes.
What
But
does
again,
that law state?
well, I'm not an expert in that, but we can look it up if you want, or if you want
I'm
to.
sorry, sir. I happen to be a science teacher,
Okay,
so
go
I'm
ahead.
happy to quote it for you.
Yep.
The second law of thermodynamics states that everything goes from a state of order to disorder, from workable usable energy to no workable usable energy. It's also known as thermal equilibrium or heat death. That means everything is decaying. Everything was wound up at a least amount of entropy, and it's winding down to maximum entropy. That means that everything had a beginning, and it will have an end.
No.
So, since
no.
all time, space,
I
and
gotta
matter
stop
had
you
a
there.
beginning, what caused it to begin,
I got to stop
sir?
you there. So, one indicator of whether I know you're reading from a script or not is when I jumped in and stopped you right at that point. That's probably where you didn't want me to stop you, right?
Sir, it's not a script. I have it committed to memory. I teach this every day.
No. I mean the memory of your script. So you made a leap. You said because of this thing, that means that everything has a beginning, right?
Yes, sir. It's called the law of cause and effect. Are you familiar with the law of cause and effect?
Yeah, but a lot of theoretical physicists are
I
starting
don't care
to
about
see
theoretical physicists, sir. We're talking about what we observe. Remember, science is observable, testable, repeatable. This is called operational science, observable science. Anybody could theorize anything. You could theorize that there's pink unicorns on the dark side of the moon. I don't really care.
But it's a different.
What I'm talking about is things that are observable.
Theoretical physics still comes up with some probabilistic answers that are very
I don't
intriguing.
really care about theories, sir. There's a theory of evolution, and I can prove
second.
that's wrong, too.
Oh, my God, buddy. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm a young Earth creationist, and I can prove that position.
Holy smokes. So you think you have the answers to this, and the scientific consensus is wrong on the age of the,
yes, sir.
the Earth? And why do you think that? And also, I don't believe that you're a science teacher. By the way, I know you're trying to. I know you're trying to dodge from when I interrupted. But you said the law of thermodynamics somehow demonstrated that all things have to have a beginning and an ending.
Everything that has a beginning must have a cause. That is the law of cause and effect. Everything in our physical world suffers from entropy, thermal equilibrium. There's nothing in our physical world that does not suffer from it, sir. We've never observed anything in the physical world that does not suffer from entropy.
That means
so
that
everything
that
goes
doesn't
from
mean
order to disorder. I'm not done, sir. You can wait just a moment until I'm done.
No. You have to let me interrupt you when you get it wrong.
Since everything suffers from entropy and goes from order to disorder, this is the problem with your mentality. We know that everything had a beginning.
No, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. We don't know that.
Then show me, sir. Show me how you know it didn't have a beginning.
No. That's not what the burden of proof.
Not a
theory.
No.
I am not claiming. This is where religious people make
the
mistake of
your
the burden,
claim is that everything
was
proof. Always been here. Even Einstein had to refute that, sir, when he actually had the steady state theory, and he had to do away with it when all the evidence pointed the other direction. How do you explain the expansion rate of our universe if it's always been here?
You're going all over the place.
No, sir, I'm not. I'm pointing out that you don't have an argument that you can sustain your position.
Just wait. You made a claim. You made a positive claim. And I said that claim that you were making is unfounded. You have to demonstrate
Great.
it.
Show me a defeater for that claim.
No, I don't have to defeat it.
Everything in the physical world had a beginning, and anything that has a beginning is known as an effect. Every effect must have an adequate cause, and everything decays over time. This is what we observe in the physical world. Show me something in the physical world that doesn't work that way, sir.
That's not how. Just because you can't find something, that's an argument for ignorance fallacy.
Yes, sir.
what
And that
you're
would be
engaging-
your religious dogma. That would not be something that's observational science. If you want to believe that, you're more than welcome to believe your religious crap.
Let me ask
But I'm
you-
not interested in your religious crap, sir. I'm interested only in the scientific method and what can be proved.
No, I don't think you are, because you just said that you think the Earth is you're a young Earth creationist.
I don't think it, sir. I know it. There's
How
difference
do you
between
know it?
thinking something and knowing it.
How do you know
Knowing it is a justified true belief. One of the ways we can know it is through the magnetic field around our planet. Are you familiar with this?
Are you trolling, by the way?
No,
I just
sir.
have to
I'm
ask.
quite obviously
So
not
you
trolling
believe-
because I know my information.
You-
The magnetic field around our planet has a half-life of about once every 1,300 years. The field strength decreases by 50%. So in about 4,000 to 5,000 years, the magnetic field will no longer be able to protect us from solar radiation and solar winds, and it will strip the atmosphere right off our planet. So that's kind of a problem. If we go forward in time about 4,000 years, no more atmosphere. If we go backwards in time, the magnetic field will get stronger and stronger and stronger.
So
To the
what?
point where we go back about 25,000 years, the magnetic field strength is so strong that it rips the iron right out of our blood. Life and hemoglobin are not possible. If you go back just 30 to 40,000 years in the distant past, the magnetic field strength of our planet is that of a neutron star, and motion itself is not possible. That's kind of a problem in your worldview.
No, it's not. We have the scientific data and answers to why this is all possible, but you've seen.
Great, sir. When have we observed
indoctrinated-
anything other than the decay rate of our magnetic field?
When have we observed anything besides that?
Yes, sir. Have we ever observed anything other than a steady decay of that magnetic field over the last 190 years? See, sir, I've studied
Why
this.
does
We've
that
been
matter?
measuring this field strength. I'm sorry, I'm not done talking. We've been measuring this field strength for nearly 190.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, you're done.